Okay. Hi everyone. Welcome to Doombringer set review. You're in the wild section. We'll be reviewing the wild cards for constructed playability, not limited, and I'll also not be going over the fusion cards, the ones that fuse and make a bunch of possible combinations of like over 150, I think, or 168, something crazy. I will not be going over all the possible fusions. That's way too many because I believe only like 2 or 3, maybe 4 are playable. So you guys can figure that out. Instead, I'll be going over the cards and talking about how playable they are in like a Hex Bash or Cosmic Showdown or Arcanium Vault. Not so much Immortal, just the formats that matter. Burn. All right, let's start things off with Arctic Nyad. All right, 1 cost 1/1. Wild has been looking for a 1 cost 1/1 troop ever since Howling Brave left. We've had Witch of the Wishing Well, we've had Earth Mother. Does this one make the cut? Let's see. Troop Fae. When this deals damage to an opposing champion, put target card from your crypt into your hand and it gets cost +3. So no, it does not, because this is not truly a 1-drop. If you play this on turn 1, you are getting no benefit from it on turns 2 or even maybe turn 3 you'll get benefit from it. But Wild has not got its Howling Brave replacement or even close to it. That being said, this card is very vulnerable. Like, maybe you play 1 in your Witch of the Wishing Well deck. The fact that it makes a card cost 3 or 3 more. Wait. Whoa, back up. Put your card from your crypt into your hand, and it gets cost. Oh no, it does get cost. It gets cost +3. I thought it was said it gets cost 3. I was like, holy crap! You can discard like a Psychic Extension, then get it back and cost 3. No. It gets cost +3. So this card is like, actually, I don't think it's playable. Like by turn 4 or 5, by turn 3 you have Shamrock. That's card advantage. By turn 4 you have Exalted Pathfinder or Merry Caravan. That's card advantage. By turn 5 or 6, you start getting like into wildlife territory. That's card advantage. By turn 7+, you get like Eternal Seeker. That is card advantage. You don't need this card. Like, cool art, nice boob job, but you don't need this card. You need your you have better ways. Fuel Flinger, 2 cost 3/1. Deploy, create a Scorch, and put it in your hand. Yes. This card is good. It's 2 cost 3/1. Alright, that's fine as is. Then it gives you a Scorch. Alright, so now I can play this on turn 2 and kill your Bolt Spasm or Baby Eddie or whatever 1 toughness troop you got, or just burn your face. This is a good null. Thank you. This is playable. This will see play in some wild Ruby X deck. This card is good. This makes nulls playable. This card is good. Nulls needs like 3 more or 4 more of these cards. Grapes of Wrath, 1 cost 0/1. This gets +1/+1. No. Maybe in some aggressive deck, I guess you want to play this on turn 1. Then on turn 2, it's like a 2 or 1. No, get out of here. 2, 3. No, I'm not feeling it. This is no. If it was a 1/1, then sure. 0/1, no, not playable. Haymaker, revert target troop you control and it gets +4/+4 this turn. That's a nice counter to Dingler. Someone dingles your thing and you're like, boom, mother trucker. But limited only. I don't think this is not constructed playable. Healthy Tip. Just a tip, guys. Just a tip. Don't give that Nyad more than the tip because it has no tips. Basic action. Create 2 lucky coins. Put them into your hand. If you control a diamond threshold, gain 5 life. Lucky coin is a resource that generates no charges that lets you Fate Weave. So I think this card's actually playable. This actually makes Pivot Pal a little more playable because you can get 2 coins, you can gain some life against aggressive decks and play more shards. It's also a decent reserves card against aggressive decks. Not only does it gain 5 life, which is good against the burn decks, but also gives you 2 shards, which and these shards are powerful shards. Real quick, some people talk about this card reverting Rabid. It does revert Rabid, but I still think it's good enough, personally. I think if you can play this effect, you'd rather play like 1 of Mad Doggin or 2 of Mad Doggin. I do not believe you want Haymaker. Locks T-Rex or Rex. 6 cost 7/4. Rabid. This gets invincible this turn. Why? No. No, don't play this card. Merry Elephant. 4 cost 3/3 flying. Crush. Or flying if you have a if you control Sapphire Threshold. Limited only. Mox Ox. 5 cost 4/5. Deploy. Choose up to 1 troop in your hand. It gets +2/+2 and cost +2. Limited only. Not good enough for constructed. Nightcap. Look at this guy. He has kisses on him. He has kisses all over his face. It's got some alcohol going on. 3 cost 2/2 Rowdy. Troops you control get +1/+1. Whew, that's pretty good. It's pretty limited. I don't think it's gonna be constructed. Again, your 3 cost slot in constructed is very powerful. It's like you're talking about like Crusaders, Shamrock, Hero Fall. The art is phenomenal though. I love the art. And this card's probably fine in limited. Rapacious Rootworm. I think I say that word. I'm not sure. Anyways, 3 cost 2/2 Rebirth. When this dies, come back to life. Basic means you can only use this as basic speed. So only on your turn, and you cannot use it in response to a removal spell. You can exhaust it, sacrifice a different troop, you draw a card, and then the Rootworm gets +1/+1 permanently. This card is very slow, very grindy, but it's an excellent way to trigger Death Cries. The fact that I don't know why it's basic. Like, they really have to be like. I wish we could trade basic for Rebirth and just make it quick. The fact that it's basic really bothers me. Like, does Death Cry really need this to be basic? Come on, guys. Like, Death Cry is already struggling. Anyways, this card is very slow. Again, from what I'm seeing from these cards, there's a lot of things that you can do like that's crazy that will just like explode and like untap all your resources, describe the Flayed Man. But if the format is grindy, this card is great. The problem with this card I see is that it's just the wrong time, wrong format. Because like the format seems very like explosive. Like even the Mono Blood deck is very good against this deck. The Diamond Wild deck is also very good against this deck. And the combo decks that I'm sure will start popping up are you give them plenty of time to do whatever they want, which is sad because this card is a sweet card. It's also like the problem with Deathcry. I'm going on a small rant. Problem with Deathcry is your best card, your Builder Army card is like Lord Blightbark, and your Builder Army card is like this card is a sweet Builder Army card. You just get neutered by Hero Fall. Like, if you play Lord Blightbark and you get Hero Fall, like, your deck just got, like, a lot worse. That sucks. On top of that, the best Wild Troop in Hex is not a Deathcry troop. It's just it's Exalted Pathfinder, and it's just generically good. You play it in your probably Deathcry deck, too, so... I don't know. I think this card is too slow, personally, but if the format is slow and grindy, this card's good. It is good. It is very good in Deathcry deck if you want to play it there. Rickety Wrecker. 6 cost, 5/5 Knoll. Suckable Major, Suckable Minor. Rabid. Rabid is when this attacks. When this attacks, this battles target opposing troop the first time it attacks. I don't think so. I think cards like Tranquil Seed Heart and the new one that the new one that you put the Gem of flight and swift strike on it and attack, you like get a random portal, rare portal is better than this. One, this cheaper. Like on this thing, you'd want to put the major green gem so that when it connects, it draws you a card basically. And the minor is like you could do like crush. Let's see, for wild you could do. For wild, you could do Rowdy. No, you can't do Rowdy. Rowdy's +2/+2 and crush this turn, but you're not doing Rowdy. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I mean, maybe Ruby you can give like Twin Strike. I'm gonna say no. This card is just too much work. I think the other one's better. The 5-drop that you can give Flying and Swift Strike, and then when it attacks, you get a rare portal. I like that a lot better. Whoever named this card deserves a gold medal. Rickety Wrecker. It is a sweet card. It's a matter of pride to be chosen to pilot the big one. The big one. That's what that Nyad's looking for. The big one. Ripclaw Apocalypse. 4 cost, 3/2 deploy. This battles an opposing troop. Same thing, guys. I'm sure there's a combination you can do to make this great. I'm not gonna go into the 150 combinations or whatever. What's up, Professor Yana? Rowdy Piper. 3 cost, 2/3 Rowdy. Replenish your resource points. Let me refresh real quick. Let me refresh my throat because I'm getting a little dry here. All right, Rowdy Piper. This card's obnoxious because it allows for some insane turns. We can like Rowdy Piper, Merry Caravan, or Pathfinder. Then like you can Verdant Rift. Then you still have 7 resources to do whatever you want. If you're playing Sapphire Wild, you even have the card that resets all Rowdy cards to 1 in all zones. So you can just do like some absurd things with like, God, the fact that you can like play this, like play Absolute Power to draw your whole deck or whatever, like 40 cards, and then your resources replenish, so that you can play like Arcane Soil, and then possibly reset all your shards again, make a bunch of troops that just kill your opponent. This card is very scary. It's very, very scary. It's very powerful. It's super explosive. Now, all that being said, be careful. Like, if you play 4, make sure your deck is, like to clarify, this card is playable. This card is very playable and constructed. But if you play 4, make sure your deck is built around this card. Like, because if you draw multiple of these, you can get punished. Like, make sure you have a way to refill your hand after you replenish your resource. Like basically what I'm saying is you don't want a handful of Rowdy Pipers. You want to be able to like play Rowdy Piper and then like play a draw spell, preferably to refill your hand, and then replenish your resources in order to keep going. And then play like the blue spell that resets all Rowdy to 1, the blue-green spell resets all Rowdy 1, and then keep going. That's what you're going to want to do if you're playing 4 of these. Like, you're going to want something like some kind of crazy shenanigans. Otherwise, you can play like 1 or 2 of these. Does Rowdy use this deck? I honestly do not know. I don't think it does though. I'm gonna say no, but I'm actually not sure. You mean the chain? Correct, the chain. This card's playable. All right. Savage Showdown. 1 cost, basic action. Target troop you control battles target opposing troop. I don't think it's good enough. Like, this might be good enough if we didn't have good shards. Like, if we were forced to play monocolored decks, then you could play this. To be fair, though, like, maybe you're playing Mono Wild, Might Singer, Pathfinder. But I still think Battle Destiny is better than this card. So, this does cost 1, but Battle Destiny doesn't have to fight. I don't think it's good enough. I think we have better stuff. Spore Skin. 2 costs, quick action. Target troop gets lethal and rebirth this turn. Sweet and limited. Not constructed. The reason this is not going to be constructed is because, sure, you might get your opponent the first time you play this card, but like in response to a hero fall or something. But after that, like, it's not gonna happen again. This card is not playable. I don't think this card is good. I don't think this card is playable in constructed. Simon's Sycamore, another fantastic art. Look at this. It's like a little tree. It's like an ant with a rabbit or shin hair feeding a crow blood shards because they're like, here, have some blood shards because blood is amazing. All right, 3 costs, 1/4. Rowdy, gain 4 health. Cool art. Not playable though. Not playable. Tempest. This is a extinction or massacre or whatever you want to call it for flying troops. Destroy all troops with flight. I don't think so. I think you'd rather just play a troop like that just has Skyguard or play one that just kills like a couple troops. Like I don't think you need Tempest. Like the scenario I imagine you'd want Tempest is against, let's say, probably Hailstorm. Like if your opponent's playing like 2 or 3 Hailstorms, you want Tempest, like get rid of them, great. The only problem is they're playing Hailstorm. They're just gonna reset afterwards. Like there's not a flying deck right now that where Tempest you just want really badly. So I'm gonna say no Tempest. Terrible Temper. Get him, Brosi. Get him. Avenge Puck. 6 cost, basic action. Troops you control get +2/+2 and crush. Great and limited, unplayable and constructed. When I say great, I mean it's like it's basically for Rico. It's basically for Rico's power. We just like try to build up big troops or a bunch of go wide, play his card, then heaven forbid if you can do Rico's charge power 2, you're just gonna decimate your opponent. Limited, constructed, no. The Kill Wheel. What a funny name. 4 cost, 4/4, Rabbit. So the first time this attacks, this gets +4/+4 this turn. Or another troop you control with Rabbit attacks, this gets +4/+4 this turn. Limited only, not good enough for constructed. This thing is fighting for Pathfinder, and guys, no one's beating Pathfinder. No one's beating Infamous Neo. Topari Sculptor, 5 costs, 4/2, Undead Zombie and Wild. Interesting. Okay. Clip clop. That is the flavor text. All right, Sockable Miner, Rebirth. Okay. Deploy, put target resource from your crypt into your hand. No, if this was put any card, this is any card, it'd be insane. In fact, resource is just not. It's not good enough for constructive play. Troll Stench Apocalypse, 3/1 Fusion Crush. Again, fusions are. I'm sure there's a combination you can make that's good. I'm not going to go into that. Same with this one. Vine Tongue Apocalyte. Wrath of Brosi. Yes. Kill the Blight Barks. 5 costs, basic action. This turn, troops you control get +3/+3, and when this attacks, destroy a random opposing artifact or constant. I could see this being played in some sort of like go wide strategy in constructed, maybe like blight bushes and sacrificing a couple guys, make a wide board, then basically cast Wrath of Brosi and just kill your opponent. I wish it was Crush instead, but this is still kind of relevant in some matchups. It's obviously a very narrow. It's a very narrow deck. I don't think it'll be tier 1 just because there's cards like Massacre, there's cards like Clash of Steel, there's cards like Blight that gives all troops -2/-2. You have cards like Annihilate. And then you have momentum troops that are going to grow much bigger than your +3/+3 on your small guys. So this card probably not going to be played, but that is the home it would be played in if it was played. Basically, a bunch of small armies. All right, guys, that is it for the Wild. If you liked watching the Wild, make sure you like, subscribe, follow, whatever it is you do on YouTube. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later.